So currency pairs, buying and selling. All right. This is something that you need to know. Like when I was on the New York session, it's interesting because they were talking about, yeah, I'm going to go long, I'm going to go short. Like there's lots of terminology that, oh, okay. Sorry for drawing. Oh, so you do know. Okay. See, you know what? I didn't know that you guys could do that. But yes, thank you, Emmanuel. Anyhow, okay. As far as the drawing. Yes, people were on the sessions and they're like, what is this long you're talking about? What do you mean you're going short? We're taking a long position. What does that mean? Okay, so that's what we'll be talking about, along with what pips are, how you buy and sell. What does a buy and a sell look like? Why buy? Why sell? Okay, so let's talk about it. Before you can even talk about buying and selling, you got to know about what you're buying and selling, and those are the currency pairs, like the video talked about. When you go to another country, you will see different currency pairs in different different currencies in different countries. You leave the U.S., you go to Mexico, you're exchanging your dollar for the peso, and vice versa. Should anything happen in the economy where that currency's value goes down or up, you can either make money or lose money, okay, depending on what side you're on. So in this Forex market, a lot of people are surprised to see that you actually can make money if the market is going up or down. Depends on the side that you're on. All right, a lot of people get surprised about that. So hey, there's a lot of different ways that you can get paid. All right, so what are these currency pairs? There's the majors, the minors, and the exotics. Let me go into those real quick. The major currency pairs are anything that has the US dollar. All right, if it has the US dollar, it is considered major. Why? Because everywhere, all around the world, everybody wants their hands on the dollar. You've heard of the phrase cash is king, king dollar, whatever the case may be for however long that is. The US dollar is the world reserve currency. Therefore, it is the major currency pair. Every country likes to trade with the major currency. And the reason why is because it is the most liquid. And when I say liquid, I am referring to it is the easiest to get. Think about it. You guys are actually trading. So that means when you are involved in a trade, there is somebody who is doing the giving and someone doing the taking, right? And depending on either side, there's a giver and a taker on both sides. You give, I get, and then on the other side, I give, you get. Okay, so that is an actual trade. So the reason why people like the majors is because everybody wants it. Who wants to trade something? Come on now. If you can think back to your siblings, you know, I hated it. I was the middle child for a while. I was the youngest child until my brother came and stole my birthday. We have the same birthday. Anyhow, that's another story for my therapist. But okay, think back to your childhood when you guys were getting stuff. It was always the oldest child that got to get something, right? And they always gave you the little crappy piece. You know what I mean? If you had food, they would always take first and give you, you know, if it was bread, they gave you the butt end of the bread. You know, I don't know if any of you guys are the youngest or the middle child. Shout out to my middle children out there. But you understand what it is to not want a trade, a bad trade, okay? Like you want an even trade. The majors are an even trade. Everybody wants them, okay? I don't know why I went off on a tangent talking about, you know, middle children. Anyhow, then there is the crosses. All right, the cross currency pairs, they are any pair that does not contain the US dollar. All right, so that would be the euro, it would be the yen, it would be the pound, the GBP. So here are some of them in here. And these right here, these are just like different, you know, terminologies. We're nerds in here. So these are just terminologies that we all talk about, like the Kiwi, yen. Okay, so that's the New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen. So some people actually say that in the telegrams. They say that on the London sessions, they're talking about Swissy yen. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, so that's good. You can raise your, oh, I see that. You can actually write some of these down. And then again, you don't actually have to because these are so readily available online. All right, so if you want to know all the different pairs, there's like 27 different pairs. You can always look them up, research them. One thing about people is they get in and they go nuts trying to trade all 27. And then you've got the futures, and then you've got all the different, you know, there's so many different things that you can trade. Gold, silver, oil. What I would say to people who are brand new is to pick a few. Pick a few that you like and study them. Those of you who are here to learn to trade, pick a few and then expand your portfolio, okay? Don't bite off more than you can chew. All right, the last ones is the exotic currency pairs. These ones are not as liquid. This is, I don't want to refer to this as kind of like that, you know, that end of the bread type of situation. This is the one where not as many people are willing to take them because the economies are not as established. All right. So it's not as easy to find someone who is willing to take that one, that trade, when there's like the crosses. The cross currency pairs, like I said, are like the euro, the yen, and the pound. Those ones are also very highly liquid. Of course, USD is very, very highly liquid. So it says, would you say to focus on just a few pair? Yes, I would say focus on a few. Okay, focus on, now I will say this, and this is my personal thoughts, and this is also just kind of well known. The Euro USD is pretty much probably the highest traded currency pair. I like the Euro USD, obviously. I like the USD JPY. These are just ones that I like. I like GBP JPY, although that one can move really crazy. I like the New Zealand dollar. I like, you know, I like a lot of these. I love a lot of the yen pairs. I love the, you know, yeah, those were the ones. This one, USD JPY, is this one's my baby right here. All right. Anyhow, that's just me. Now, some people, you know, everybody's going to do what they want to do. And I'm just saying, pick a few. The reason why, let me talk to you about this real quick. The reason why I just say to pick a few is because over time, those of you who want to be traders, like you joined the company, one, because the compensation package was great, but on the slide, you're also trying to be a student, okay? Pick a few, because each pair kind of does something different. They kind of have a different dance, you know what I mean? It's like chicken and beef. They are totally different textures, completely different animals. They're not the same. Just because they're all animals doesn't mean they all taste the same, look the same. You get it. And it's the same with currency pairs. You want to make sure that you figure it out. Like, look at how this one moves. Some of them move crazy, like gold. And the GBP, JPY, they just have crazy moves. Some of them are a lot more chill and mellow, like New Zealand dollar. After a while, you will start to figure it out. Not necessarily figure out the market, but you will figure out a flow in the market. Okay, so make sure that you check that out. All right, so yes, it says, will we be able to get the recording of this training? This is my first time. Yeah, I'm glad you're loving it. And yes, you will. It will probably take maybe a day or so, and then I'll put it in the Telegram chats just because it can take a while to load up. All right, so it says, would you say to focus on a few pair and only trade those that you focus on, ignore the signals? Now, here's the thing. You can, I would say, as a student, make the pairs that you choose to focus on your study. You know, make that your study. I'm not saying don't take any trades from like the swipe trade, because that thing is on fire, or the harmonic scanner. I'm saying that's also a tool. Like, that's a tool. It's a great marketing tool. And on top of that, you can catch some nice major pips. Okay. So I would definitely say, you know, when you decide to start trading on your own, making your own charts, you want to start studying those pairs. Okay. Because the harmonic scanner swipe trades, they do all the hard work for you. Okay, so that's what I would say in regards to that. All right, and there's one more thing. I just, you know, here's one more tangent. I just feel the need to say this to everybody who is on here. Okay, I need you guys to hear me clearly. All right, you need to repeat to yourself wherever you are. Repeat this to yourself. I, go on and say it. I, you can say it out loud, am a student. I am a student. Repeat that to yourself, okay? If there's someone sitting next to you, repeat it to them. Hey, you over there, I am a student. Get in the bed. That's what I would say to my kids. Anyhow, I am a student. The reason why I want you to say that is because I get so many people who feel the need to have their own little testimony first before they go out there and tell people. Or they get hounded by people when they're trying to tell them about the product. Well, that's good and nice, but are you making any money? Okay, time out. When you're in school, like as a pre-med student, do we hound the pre-med student and say, hey, that's fine and dandy that you're in college to become a doctor and all, but are you making some money yet? Like, that doesn't make sense. The whole reason you joined was, one, compensation package was great. Two, to learn Forex, okay? Say that. I am a student. I am a student. I am here to learn a skill. So if you are not just ready to buy a Porsche by the end of the month or even by the end of the year, it's okay. It's okay. I know I went to school, I went to college, it took me 4 years, and even still, you know, I became a teacher, I still couldn't buy a Porsche. But I'm just telling you, you are in college, the College of IML, to learn Forex. You have trainers that are available to you, your professors. You have all of that, okay? So make sure you remember that when somebody's like, well, have you made any money? No, but you know what I have made? I have learned something about this Forex that's going to teach me a skill that will pay me forever.